Find me on Facebook, DeltaTangoMike. Dan Flores is my Facebook, so go ahead and find this live stream. We are live again. Another coffee break because my coffee's still not done. So since we still have coffee, we still have time to go live. Well, I want everybody to welcome, and don't worry about the noise in the background. Welcome everybody, Shawn Johnson. How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm good.
No, you good?
Good.
Hanging out in the set?
Definitely hanging out at this awesome set. Like, this is really impressive.
Thank you. Let's move you over a little bit.
Okay.
Just because I thought about this later. And hopefully we got good sound. Let's double check. Oh, that sounds good. Sounds good.
All right.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you from?
So I'm from the Bronx. BX, stand up all day. I've been here in Atlanta for 9 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
What brought you to Atlanta?
My daughter. My kids are here in Atlanta, so I moved here to be closer to them.
Okay. Oh, so they came for college or something?
Yes.
And then they stayed, and you're like, well, I'm going too.
Basically. It was more like you're going to school, and let me make sure you're going to school.
There you go.
Let me get up over here and make sure they're going to school.
That's it. That's a good parent. There you go. I always say this though: a parent should be a parent. Like apparently, yeah. Apparently.
I mean, it's definitely. I feel like kids always want parents until they have parents. Like you have somebody to force you to do what you need to do. But but things worked out.
It's helpful. That's great. So now tell us a little bit about when you started Mobile App Hero. How long have you been coding or developing? What was your path like? What was going on?
Wow, I had probably what I would consider to be a most untraditional path to coding.
Okay.
I did not get my first computer till I was 17, and it was a Commodore. It was an Amiga, Commodore Amiga 5000.
You say it's unconventional. You didn't get a computer until we're talking about the beginning.
This is a really good point.
Okay,
because a lot of people who, like, when we talk about diversity and opportunities and talking about when you're comparing developers or comparing, other ethnic groups who also are developers, they get computers at 3-4 years
I got
old.
you.
And a lot of my friends, their story sounds so different. I got a computer for Christmas when I was 4, and I wrote my first line of code when I was 5.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely not like.
So that's the unconventional part you're mentioning.
Yeah, it's a lot of people of color don't get a computer right away, and this is a big challenge, and even to this day. And I started coding 23 years ago, and that was a challenge for me. So I started on the Amiga. I think that's my nerd creds right there. I started with my Amiga 5000. And I really started kind of loving the idea that I could do anything with code. I really kind of got seduced by that concept. And I went to school. I actually went to DeVry. Not a great school, but definitely, luckily,
give you the basics that you need.
Yeah,
get you going in the direction that you need to go.
Yep.
Right. I got you.
Yeah, and I went in New Jersey. In New Jersey, you have to have the same accreditations as everything else. So I felt like I got a well-rounded background.
Nice. And so you went to school because you wanted to follow that path and create something?
Yep.
What was in your mind that you wanted to work on? What were the projects that you were?
It wasn't so much I had a specific thing I wanted to build. I just wanted to be a part of what I consider to be the future. Like my dad would I could hear his words echoing in my head, like computers are the future. And I didn't really understand how broad of an experience being in technology would be. Like you can literally do anything inside of technology.
Yeah.
But code always spoke to me.
Right. Okay, that's cool. And then I feel like I was at that. I had a moment like that when I was in the Marine Corps a long time ago. I was in shape. I used to. Because in the Marines,
what's
you have
crazy
to be.
is I've seen the pictures. I've seen the pictures of how different you are. And please, this dude is a Marine. Don't get it messed up. Don't get it twisted.
But I appreciate that. A long time ago. And so when I joined the Marine Corps, you get a chance to select your job. A lot of people don't. Some people just sign and they go off. And I said, no, I wanted to select the job and I wanted to work with computers. Because I knew that at the end of my military career, I wanted to do something else other than be a cop, or nothing wrong with that. I wanted other opportunities, and so I knew that computers would be in the future, part of the future still, and so I was working with computers that were black screens and green letters.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So I don't remember nothing about except for that part. And the big old machines, I had a big old floppy disk this size. I had to stick it in there and do some stuff. And so yeah, I can see that where you whatever path you take on, you start looking ahead and say, well, what in the future, what else is going to be there that's right accessible to me right now? That's cool.
I just remember it being really important that I use my brains.
Nice.
Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna do construction. Like people like friends like, oh, I'm gonna do construction work. I'm gonna do this, and I just had this one minimum. I had to do something where I was using my brain, not my body.
Nice.
Yep.
And so, how long have you been using your brain with Mobile App Hero?
So Mobile App Hero, I started almost 5 years ago.
Okay.
I had already been a developer for 22 years at that point, and I always loved mobile. Like I always was attracted to cell phone technology, so that was just a natural fit, And I'm a polyglot, so I have a very broad background in technology, but mobile is by far my deepest area. And basically, that was the space that I felt the most comfortable launching a business. So I took the area that I had the most passion for and put that as my business.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so to this day, you are you're producing apps for other companies.
Absolutely.
You're producing the way for those companies to build clientele, build reach.
So what I find the most interesting about what we really do is we help companies tell stories.
Okay.
Right? And these stories are basically their products or their services, but it's really about the narration of the story. And it's really cool because we work with a lot of startups and we get to work with them when they just have a concept.
I see.
Like I can't tell you how many times that people come into my office and they'll just have like a one-line idea and we will help them develop that into a product.
Nice.
And a couple of clients that we've had, they've been able to raise funds just from that one idea. So it's been great from that point of view.
It's a good spot for them to take off. That's the ramp,
Absolutely.
the runway. Awesome. And so, Mobile App Hero, is that your social media? Is that your website?
So you can catch me personally at Digital Sleep, but you can catch us at Mobile App Hero on pretty much everything, or My Mobile App Hero. Yep.
All right. And you can catch more of him here because we're working on some ideas.
Absolutely.
So you can go live,
Yep.
teach some of the coding principles
Hero
that you need to keep
Academy.
in mind. And yes, beautiful. And so let's go back to 22 years ago or when you first jumped on a computer. What kind of advice would you give young Shawn Johnson?
Stay curious. I think the one thing that really has helped my career is this combination of just natural curiosity about things and this ability to apply creativity to technology, right? Like I think a lot of people think all we do is sit in a dark room and code, but really we're like kind of translating just creativity into things. And it doesn't matter if it's, an app or a website or, a piece of hardware. I mean, like things have changed so much where there's very little differences between the space. Like we could be working on an iPad, sketching out something, then take that and put it in the game engine, and then write code for it, and then write the mobile app to do the website, to do the social media things.
Right.
There's far less space between the areas and where we work.
It's all becoming one big unit.
Absolutely.
A community of tools and resources.
Yep.
I love it. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
This is DTM, Coffee Break with DTM. I had another exciting guest. Check him out. His name is Shawn Johnson, Mobile App Hero. And let us know what you think. Let us know what you're working on, what's going on in your art life today, because I'd like to bring you on one of these days and live stream on Facebook. DeltaTangoMike. Find us anywhere on the internet. DeltaTangoMike, artist king _ATL. And I'll see you next time. Peace out.
Peace.
That's right.